Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and tonight I am going to be doing chess training because I'm playing in the Chicago Open in a couple months. I need to be prepped. I need to be ready to go. A lot of people don't realize it, but when you're going to play in a big chess tournament, you need to prepare, just like any other sport, right? And then we're going to do a guided meditation because that's also what we do here. That's my main focus in these streams is guided meditation. And I'm also a chess instructor IRL, and I also do philosophy streams. Let's see, JT, you say let's whip me into gear. Yeah, right. I gotta get my ass moving. I gotta get going. I mean, this is serious. There's gonna be a lot of players there, maybe 2,000 or so. I don't know, maybe 1,500. Who knows? Who knows how many people are going to be playing? But I gotta be ready. I can't be fucking around at this tournament. This is people from all over the world, right? JT, my channel shaman, how are you doing? How's everything going with you today? What's new with you? What's new in your world? My cousin came in from out of town. I haven't seen my cousin in 7 years, and we went out to dinner tonight, and it was good. It was good seeing him. He's very business oriented. He flies around the world like to Saudi. He just got back from Saudi Arabia, and he was doing some business meetings there. And he's big into business. He's a business guy. He's a businessman. So yeah, it was cool seeing him. And then I taught a chess class today. Today was Wednesday, so I had all the little ones, the kindergarten through second graders. They were I had to lay down the law. I had to lay down the law a little bit, I had to lay down the law, and I had to stay on them. It was like playing whack-a-mole. You have to, the second one pops up and starts getting too loud, you gotta whack them, with like with a verbal with verbal redirection and things like that, and corrections because they're here to learn, not just chess, but also life lessons. And if they're gonna be hitting the person next to them or putting pieces in their mouth or throwing pieces or smashing the board, they gotta know that. They gotta know how to handle that. JT, you say you picture kindergarten cop. I kind of am like kindergarten cop. I'm kind of like Schwarzenegger. Not as much like DeVito in Twins, but I'm kind of like Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop. A little bit. It gets pretty wild. Let me tell you. It gets pretty wild. That's just how it goes. That's the nature of teaching. I don't know how many of you out there have been teachers, but when you're a teacher, especially with the little ones, things can get crazy, right? So you gotta lay down the law. You have to have very clear, concise expectations, and you have to follow through, or else they're just gonna run over you. Ignorant. Hey, what's going on, friend? How you doing today, man? My other trusty mod who likes to try to beat. He always beats you out here, JT. What's the deal with that? Why is he always here before you, huh? What's the deal with that? But you tend to chat more. You tend to chat more than him. So anyways, so that's how it goes. Okay. Anyways, let's get down to business. We got serious business to do today. This is no joke. I mean, this is the Chicago Open. All right. So we are gonna play. And yeah, you all should be able to see this. Bam, bam, nope, bam, bam, and bam. All right, let's see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Sicilian defense, hyper-accelerated dragon variation. All right, all this is standard so far. This is the boulder attack. Notice the bishop is on this square. They're eyeing this square. If the knight ever hops in, he's just going for cheap tricks on f7. But yeah, my knight's going to be developed probably most likely next move to c6. And now he's thinking. Dude be thinking, JT. Dude be thinking. So yeah, what's going on with you anyway? How's the carpal tunnel? Any better? Are things getting any better on that front? Any news on the contacts front, or is it still just a waiting game? What's the deal? You got a lot going on right now, and a lot of health stuff. We got to heal you up here. Oh, hold on, my opponent did something different. Okay, so that move, he's trying to gain a tempo, because when I capture, then he'll be able to develop his bit. No, he can't even. This is just not. That's not a good move. I wanted to give the guy some credit. I wanted to give the guy some credit, but he went into the long think and then made a mistake. He made a mistake. Now notice my bishop could actually. Oh, I should have just taken it flat out. What am I doing? Yeah, that would have been better. I could have just won a rook. I'm sitting here looking at the pawn. I could have won the rook. All right, well, whatever. I won a piece, so that's more than enough. What to do now? Let's see. All right, let's load up. I'm looking at loading up on the pin piece. I don't like this idea because then we have bishop coming out, bishop's in line with my queen. Once push comes in, it's going to have a discovered attack. This is probably correct. The idea is my knight's hitting the pawn. I now have two attackers there, also defending. Now he could throw this push in, but I'm prepared to hop my knight into e5 if he does. Yeah, you know, that's how it goes. Sometimes you have to hop your knight into e5, JT. JT, let's see. You say, oh, you're going to get acupuncture. You're actually going to do it. Awesome. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're going to do that. And then contacts are in just waiting for an opponent. Oh, they're in. Okay, cool. I'm glad they finally got them in. That seemed like it was taking too long. I know they're specialty contacts, but you know, come on. This is vision. This is like something kind of important, right? And then you also say meeting with the hand surgeon on the 30th. Well, that's coming up, 8 days. All right, packed schedule, yeah. Packed schedules indeed. All right, so this guy he's in the think tank. He's in the think tank, which is better than being in the dunk tank. But he's thinking a little too hard here. It's like, dude, come on, make a move, man. You know, this is not the Chicago Open. Just, you know, this is anonymous Lichess. And by the way, on Lichess, my opponent could be a grandmaster. He could be a noob. So you never know when you're playing anonymous chess on Lichess. All right, so he's going in for the cheap tricks. All right, so now I simply play this, and this stops all the cheap tricks because the bishop is blocked from getting to this square. Now, another cheap trick he'll probably try is this, and then I can just play this. And then if he takes me, I take him. And I have a much better position, and I'm up a pawn. Bam. Game over. I'm still a little pissed I didn't get this rook earlier. I should have snagged it. But, you know, that's just how life works. Sometimes you don't snag the piece. But if I'm going to be playing the Chicago Open, I need to be snagging those pieces. JT, you say, your insurance is covering 12 sessions of acupuncture. It's awesome that your insurance is covering acupuncture. I didn't know that insurances did that. Well, that's badass. This could help a lot. I mean, Christine, you know Christine the Bean. She does this. She does this for a living. So and she has nothing but good things to say about it. And she's a strong advocate for acupuncture for carpal tunnel. So this could be a big deal. This could be a game changer for you. I hope it is. Imagine that you get the acupuncture and that just cleans it all up. Okay. By the way, I now have two pieces on this pawn, and there's only one defender, so I'm ready to jump through. This knight right here was a defender of the pawn. Yeah. So now he just had to go back, which does nothing. All right. So he just lost a tempo, lost time, and now I just need to push forward. I got a couple ways to do it. Best way is just to you want to get d5 in. I'm looking at knight over first, but I think this is probably more accurate. It's more accurate. Then we have take. His bishop's hit. He's got to back up the bishop, and then I could just develop my knight and then castle, bring out my light square bishop, either to G4 or all right. So we have take. Now he's got a back. That's it. He's done. All right, good. That guy was kind of moving ridiculous anyway. JT, you say let's see. Yes. I like when you say yes. That's a good thing. It's better than saying no. All right, cool. That was game one. Game one in the books. It's time for game two. Let's do this. We'll play a few games. I got to prepare. If I'm going to be streaming, I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready for the Chicago Open. This is a big tournament for me. All right, so okay, we got one of these guys. That's a weird move. That's not a typical First move, crack at the center. That's what you want to do. When your opponent makes a weird move like this, you just crack at the center. All right, so now he's trying to gain a little space. That's fine. I go in for my... let's attack the pawn. How about that for an idea? Sicilian kind of defense. All right, so he goes in for this. All right, so this is all garbage. Question is, how do I play it? This is probably accurate, but it leaves this weird diagonal open. I don't know if I want to deal with that. Let's see. Push. We'd have this check. Then I'd have to play like something like this. Backs up his queen. Yeah, I don't like that. I want to just hit this immediately. I mean, I do like that. I want to hit it immediately. I feel like the computer would say this right, and we can check out the analysis at the end after this game. All right, so yeah, so now I'm going to win a pawn. He might do this. He might throw this check in now, though. We'll see. All right. See, if I take the knight and he throws this check in first, oops, check, right, and I block, then he's going to win my knight. So that's not the correct order of operations. So basically, I need to make sure that he can't fuck around too much. I want to bring my bishop here, but I can't. Let's throw a punch at his bishop. I want his bishop off this diagonal. There we go. Now everything's looking a little bit smoother. Very smooth, because now that the bishop's here, he doesn't have that fork. He doesn't have that fork in it. When the bishop wasn't blocking the scope of the queen, he had this checking idea, so that does nothing. I just do that. If this was the queen, he'd come over here and snag my knight. But I saw that because I'm a strong chess player and I see these things. Let's see, JT, you say, have you been playing around with different openings? No, I'm just basically going in on all the openings that I know, and I'm trying to refine them more. And openings definitely affect the game a lot. Their opening theory is crucial to being a good chess player. Like you would not even believe how big openings are. It didn't used to be the case as much, but nowadays, especially with computer analysis, openings will make or break your game. If you're good at openings, you can not even be that great of at the other aspects of chess. So now the question is this, and that's a little weakening. Let's just, it does kind of stop a bunch of weird stuff, though. Yeah, let's just play this. He has sacrifice. No, he doesn't. He doesn't even have the sacrifice ideas right there. I really like my position. I think the computer would give me a very big edge. I mean, oh, he does have this. He does have this hole, though, that he can hop into now. So I just gave him that, which is kind of shitty. So I cannot let his knight... The idea is I cannot let his knight hop in here. That's too strong of an outpost, so I just take... And then I hop my knight over here. And now he'll probably bring maybe the rook over. Yep, there's a rook. Just on cue, right? Rook right there. Okay, so he's targeting this pawn. So I'm going to actually castle manually to defend the pawn in the process. Maybe develop my dark square bishop there. This is all getting a little weakening is the problem. Well, actually, no, hold on. My knight is good. It's defending the pawn. I don't need to worry about all this. What am I doing? I'm worrying about stuff. I'm seeing ghosts right here. All right. JT, in chess, you don't want to see ghosts. That's another important thing. I've been seeing ghosts. All right. Let's do this. Notice I'm on the rook. Queen's developed. And I'm ready to castle. Okay, so he's hitting the knight. The knight's the defender of this pawn. So now if I move this knight, I open up a discovered defense of this knight. So I want to do that. Let's get this going. All right, this is super sneaky. Very sneaky. Knight here. Oops. Knight here. I have a checkmate in one threat right here. And I'm attacking the rook. All right. Let's see. This is like ridiculously sneaky. Am I going to beat him in one move now? What's he going to do? He would have to retreat the rook back to here. That's one option. I mean, it's not looking pretty for him at all right now. Bam. Game over. Woo! All right. There we go. That's a pretty mate. That's a pretty mate. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes in chess. All right. All right, what is that? 2 in a row? JT? Yeah, 2 for 2. Pretty good, right? You say in life you don't want to see ghosts. Yeah, ghosts are not the best thing to see in life, right? Sometimes they are, but sometimes not. It depends. Is it Casper? Is it a friendly ghost? Casper was a friendly ghost, right? There are other, I don't know. What about last night's ghost? She's pretty friendly. Is she even a ghost? She's another streamer on Twitch I like. I rated her the other day. I think she was pretty surprised to see that little clip though. Like her eyes got big for a second. Okay, anyways, more training. We got to do some more training. All right, let's do a new opponent. Let's see what we get. I'm a D4 guy, so I play D4. Okay, we get one of these guys. So now I can push. I like pushing these days. All right, we get one of this, and let's do this. No, let's do this. Oops. If I can actually move. There we go. All right, we're going to just do all this kind of stuff. Have a little bit of space. All right, we got this guy. He's probably looking to reposition and then push out here. What do I usually play here? Just normal developing moves. All right, everything's very normal. Very, yeah, this is just normal stuff. Like nothing fancy. I mean, this knight's a little awkwardly placed, right? But that's just how it goes, you know? Okay, I'd like to get this push in. Maybe I should go for it now. It might be a little too overly ambitious, though, which is the problem. Let's get this. I know I want my bishop over here probably, so let's just do that. All right, so this is all just real chilled standard stuff. Okay, now we're going for this. Now this is the move that I'm a little concerned about, but I just play bishop over. Yep. Or I could even play knight up here. Yeah. So my pawns are fixed on light squares. I'm willing to trade. Now the question is, do I recapture with the knight or the queen? I'm going to recapture with the... I'd rather have my knight over here, to be honest. So I'm going to recapture with the queen. Yeah. All right. So now we got this idea. So okay. So I see. So if I drop back, he could take this pawn. Or I could take the knight, and then we have this, and then I even push up more. You know what? I'm going to do this and then gain some space. All right, now I have some serious. I have a serious spatial advantage, and sure he could challenge it, but that's going to weaken whatever side he castles to. So he does have a dark square bishop, but it's his bad bishop. So he did what I said he was going to do. Now he's looking at this push, but he can't even get it off yet, to be honest. So just do some normal development. And then I'm going to castle. He can't get this push off because I have too many pieces guarding it. So his knight's weird. He's not castled. So now he's looking to get this push off. All right, yeah, whatever. It's like, I don't care. I'll just do that. It's like, make it hard on him. He still can't get it off. I think he's forgetting about the queen. I'm going to castle. He's going to push it. I think he's forgetting about the queen. Okay, so now he goes in for that. All right. All right, so how to continue? Got to get my rooks active. Let's clamp down. We're gonna clamp down over here. Yeah. All right. Queen is attacking. Rook's defending. I'd love to be able to get my knight resituated, repositioned over there, but can't quite do that. I'd like to get my queen more active. Maybe move this knight, and then I need to move this knight and start an all-out king-sided attack. I think that's the idea. Let's go on with this. King over. All right. All right, we're starting a kingside attack over here. Oh, I should have came over all the way over here. What am I doing? That was a bad move. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. Take, then here. Yeah. Or I could just allow his dark square bishop to hang out there. Yeah, he left. He left because I have two. Oh, I have two pieces on this bishop. So duh, right? So I take it and win the game. All right, there we go. Three in a row. Bam, and that's how you do it. That's more chess. All right, I win again. Those of you who don't know, I won. I was on here. I'm playing anonymous chess on Lichess the other day, and I won 23 in a row. It was pretty wild. I did an 11-hour stream. I won 23 games in a row, and it was quite the exciting time for all chess fans out there. Everyone was like shaking their fists and getting really excited. So that's what we do here, right? We shake our fists. All right. JTC, am I going? No, I'm not going for 24 tonight. 23 in a row is enough. I'm just gonna play. I'm playing some chess, and then we're gonna do a meditation. And then I know, right? Yeah, and then we'll go from there. I just got to make sure I'm prepped for the Chicago Open. I still have some time. All right, let me turn down the heat. It's getting a little warm in here. Getting warm in here. All right, heat is down, and we're ready to go. We are ready to go. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Game 5. 4 for 4. And that's called pre-moving, what I did. So the piece moves automatically, which is great because it saves you time. Everyone can see this, right? Yeah, you can all see this. Let me just do this. And then we pre-move this. I'm looking at getting this push in. Can't get it in yet. Now there was this idea, right? But then I was worried about him pushing here. But then I guess I just dropped the knight right back. Huh. Maybe that is the idea here. Or I could do something a little more dynamic and play this and then push. This just feels a lot more natural to me, to be honest. We should look at the computer analysis afterwards though and see what was best here. Because that's always a big thing. Like I'm always concerned about this push in certain situations. Oh, if I had came out here though, and then the push. All right, so now we have this. Blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, bishop. Okay, now we get this pushing. Get out of here, bishop. Whoa! 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 Dude, this guy, man, I don't know. I don't know about this guy. So, okay, well, whatever. Whatevs. I'm just gonna win a bunch of material, I guess. I'm just winning material. He'll take my queen, maybe. Jesus. All right. What's the deal with all that, man? That's a lot of material he just gave me. Like, no joke. Okay, I gotta not blow it though, obviously. Let's run over here. And then he'll throw this check, I think, in, or that check, yeah. Then I run over here. Now I think he's out of checks. I think that's the idea. He's out of checks now. It's kind of like a last-ditch effort. That's what you'll see these guys do. They'll come in for these last-ditch efforts and just throw a bunch of checks in, because what else are they going to do, right? Yeah, there's this. Okay, let's connect my rooks. Okay. He's going after my bishop, which is fine. I want to keep my bishop around for defensive purposes, though. But he could pin it, and that could be a little bit annoying. But then, no, hold on. I think I'm going to be all right. I mean, if he comes like down here or up here with the bishop, and then over here with the rook, yeah, that's what he's trying for. But I don't think it's going to work out, because I'm just up too much material. Maybe it will. Hold on a second. All right, you got to calculate. You got to calculate in chess. Let's just no. I mean, he's got even like checkmate ideas like this. Well, maybe not. But well, yeah, because then the rook takes with checkmate. But okay, so here's where I actually have to think. Oh, I see what I can do. This, and then that. Oh no, I just need to keep him out of like. And he's got that square though too. So maybe I do have to run with my king, which kind of sucks. So, ugh. Okay, so I this was a lot stronger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, hold on. What about over, and then check, and then push, but then over there's also check, and then he's gonna win. I think I have to give back material here. Let's just challenge the rook. See, here, this was bad. I did not calculate things correctly here. This was really bad. Real sloppy play on my part. This is super sloppy play. All right, so here, now I sack. All right. And I'm okay with that, actually, because I'm up a lot of material. All right, so then we have this idea. I definitely won't be winning 23 in a row tonight. Oh, and I couldn't have, because it's pinned. The bishop's pinned to the king. Let's see, what else do we got here? All right, so he's just doing that. Does nothing. I mean, I push. He could always do this, try to trap me. Let's just come back here. This is getting a little bit annoying, because if I come down here, then he just doubles up over here. All right, this is getting stupid. This whole situation is getting really stupid. Here, there. That's actually a good move. It's funny, but it gets this bishop active and defends this bishop. He can't throw any checks. All right, now he's attacked my knight, so everything's going to be guarded. Oh, I have this idea. This is kind of cool. All right, let's go on with this. Now, he's got this check, but then I bring my bishop here, and I have this back rank mate checkmate idea. And now he's got to respond to this, or else it's game over. All right, so now he did. Yeah, he did respond. So good for him. Okay, so now let's see. What else can I do here? See, he's got no good way of breaking through, which is fine, which is great. This knight is kind of weird. I want to get my knight positioned in a better square. Let's get my knight moving around the board. Okay, so he gets the pawn, which doesn't do a ton. All right. Now I'm stepping up with my attack. So now notice this attack is on because this bishop is no longer pinned to the king, right? Because the king's over here. Okay, we got this kind of stuff. That's just a blunder. And now he'll probably resign. Okay, good game. So yeah, anyways, that's how it goes with that. Did he resign yet? No, he didn't resign yet. Okay, so now we just do, I don't know. There's like a lot of, I have a lot of options to win this game. I mean, let's just get this. We'll start with this check. And then we'll throw. Let's get this guy over here. Okay, that doesn't do much. I'm looking at this square. I just need to break this all down. Actually, oh no, I should have brought my bishop here right away. Okay. Well, there we go. So now I can just pin it all. Notice how this pawn cannot take the knight because of the bishop. He doesn't have many squares he can move. I'm just up so much material. I don't know why this guy's playing on, to be honest. Okay, let's see what else we got going here. He's attacking the bishop, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to maintain the pin of the pawn to the king. Yeah, so now he's got no ideas even. This guy's he's just got nothing. All right, it's kind of funny. We'll just do this. Okay, now he's coming over here. I'll snag. Now he can win the knight. Okay, but look at this. Controlling this. Controlling this. What about this? What about that? He was excited about winning the knight. The dude was excited about winning the knight. He won the knight. All right, but you know what? I checkmated him. So I guess it worked out better for me. So JT Farms, are you going to fly out here and hang out or what? When are you coming out here? Miss Farms, when are you coming out here? When are you coming out to hang out with me? It's been too long. You never come out to see me anymore. All right. You say you know it. Yeah, right. By the way, I'm wearing a Sleepytime Grill Museum shirt, and they had some news on their Facebook site recently. You're coming tonight. You better come tonight. I expect you to. All right. We got to do a few more, and then we'll do the meditation. A few more chess games, though. You know, we got to get this training in. This training. And by the way, this is not the actual best way to train for a major tournament. I've been studying opening theory a lot, particularly the hyper-accelerated dragon variation of the Sicilian. And I've also been doing a ton of tactics. Tactics are every morning. I just do tactics. I do like a set of working out, and then I'll do tactics. And then, like my second set of curls, and then tactics. Then pull-ups and tactics. Then I'm just going all in on like the Spartan mentality, keeping it intense. All right. Hey, Danny John! With the subscription, 22 months in a row. Woo! Thank you, Danny John. Wow, much appreciated. How you doing tonight, Danny John? How's everything going with you? That's pretty big time. 22 months in a row. Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years you've been hanging out here. I mean, I guess it's been 2 years, but you subscribed for... Wait, what happened? What's going on? Danny John, you say it's no at JT Farms. I don't know what you're talking about. It's no at JT Farms. It says Danny John subscribed with Prime. I don't know what's going on here. JT, did you gift her a subscription? I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I don't know what that means. It's no. Oh, doesn't she have 24 months? I don't know. I'm not sure. JT, what's your do that the exclamation followage? This one. You know this one, JT? I'm not following Evolve Yourself TV. I'm not even following my own channel. What the fuck am I doing? I gotta start following my channel. I've been streaming 2 years. All right, I don't know. You two girls are getting wacky. I'll let you two ladies, talk it out or whatever. Figure out what's going on. I'm playing some chess though. I got to get back to work. I got to get it back to training. You two figure it out. Whatever's going on. All right, you ready? You ready for this? Here we go. Bam. Let's do it. New opponent. You ready? All right. 22 months. So thank you. That's a long time. And that boosts me up to 10. I'm up to 10 subscribers in March, which is cool. Oh, I got to move. What am I doing? I'm not moving. I'm not even making my moves. All right. I was like waiting for my opponent to go, but I'm white. And those of you who are new to chess, white always goes first. That's how it works in chess. All right. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. Actually, let's see. Now I think there's an idea here. I think I'm supposed to actually just take, and then he takes. So it's interesting that he took that way. Then what about just this? What about this? I like the fact that I'm here. Maybe I can provoke G, or maybe I can. Whoa! This guy is just out of control. All right, hold on a second. So do I just take up here first? Then I'll be on the rook. I don't know. Let's go with it. Let's play exciting chess. No, I don't do this. This would be terrible. I play this. He comes here. Look at that. Because the knight would be defending. So I got to take here first. All right. That's fine. I have a nice pawn structure right here in the center. This dark square bishop can come out here. All right. Now he's coming in. Now I can get this in. All right. And now, let's see. I'd love to push now, but I can't because we have this idea. So maybe just, let's see. What do we do here? I need to either move my queen or get my dark square bishop developed or play this. Play E3. All right. This is one I'm going to want to analyze later with the computer. This is definitely one I'm going to want to analyze later. Oh, Victor Soares here. Hey, good to see you, friend. How you been, man? It's been a while. Victor Soares is a good friend of mine, fellow chess player. Victor Soares, I don't know if I told you, I'm playing in the Chicago Open in Memorial Day weekend, big chess tournament in the Midwest every year. And I had a stream the other day where I won 23 in a row on Lichess. It was pretty amazing, 11-hour stream. All right, that was my 2-year anniversary. All right, I got to stop talking and play because then I get distracted. So let's see. Let's just keep it simple and move my queen right here. I'm keeping it simple. I don't want to mess around too much. All right. Now I'm going to offer a bishop trade. Let's see if he'll take. I'm up a pawn after all. It's not a great pawn, but like he's got this square, right? He can throw his rook over. I'd love to get this push in. This is the push that I'd love to get in. But, that's going to be dangerous. I can't let him hop into there. So let's just go with this. He could hop over here, and that's like tolerable, but this is not tolerable. So that's why I had to really get that in. All right, now he's just doing some weird stuff. There's this. Yeah, Victor, sorry, it was intense, man. I don't know. 23 in a row was like super, super intense. Yeah, I know. I hope I do good too, man. It's going to be intense. Like I played in that tournament 3 times before. Got second once, third place another time, and fourth place another time. And it's always intense. Like that's the nature of a big, huge tournament like that, right? It's never going to be easy. They're never going to make it easy on you. And the thing is, you get dudes that fly in from Europe who are unrated, and those are the guys that make it real tough. They enter your division, and then they're like really good, intense players, and then whatever. All right, so now I have this idea: throw a punch at the queen and defend here. He's also got some ideas like this. Maybe he wants that to trade that off. I need to get this rook active, but this bishop's a little bit pesky. Actually, it's a little annoying. What about this kind of idea? Bam. No, then the queen's gonna get active. All right, my rook's gotta get active. So the question is, what about this first? And this would stop the knight from hopping in here. What I'm worried about is pawn push, bishop, and then take. But then I can just swing my queen over. Or my rook over, but no, then he's got 2 pieces on this pawn even, right? Oh my, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this first. Let's just do this first. Or which rook to move? It's always a big question. Which rook do you want to move? Let's just move this rook first. I need to make a move too. I'm talking too much. Yeah, so he went in for this. So, well, that was really bad. No, it's not, because then he just takes here and I can't recapture. All right, so I just got to add more pressure. And watch out for forks, right? Oh, he could even hop in here. And then, like, if my knight takes, he's got checkmate. This is getting a little ridiculous. I've given this guy, like, way too much counterplay here. All right. I gotta like, stop messing around here. I guess we're playing this garbage. Dude, what is wrong with me? I'm giving this guy so much counterplay. But then he plays bishop c2. And what do? Well, then then I just go back, I guess. I got to move my queen. What the fuck am I talking about? What am I even talking about, man? I got to move my queen. And I just gave this guy so much counterplay. All right. This is becoming a joke. What about this idea? Then he's got the fork. This idea? Then he's going to have 3 pieces there. Well, hold on. I think I can play knight to h4. Can I play knight to h4 here? If need be. With like this kind of idea. Yeah, I obviously can't take. What about knight h4? Oh, but then he's on the rook. Can't take. But I'm on the queen. Hold on. But then he attacks the knight. Okay, I think I have to give up my rook here. Which is not ideal, obviously, but this position really fell apart quickly, by the way. Oh, wait a second. Well, then okay, whatever. Whatever, dude. Take. I guess we're just going on with this. Yeah, this position fell apart really quick. I don't even know like what I did here. We'll have to review this later. All right. Let's just take like this. And now I'm way down on the clock too, which also sucks. All right. Time to step it up. All right. Step this shit up. Let's do this. All right. I'm down the exchange. He's hitting his pawn, whatever. We'll just I'm going to push it and we're just going to go. We're just going to go. Looking to get my knight out. His pawns, I mean, I got a pawn for the exchange at least. So That's something. That's something. It's one positive. I'm looking to push eventually. Get my knight out. All right, I got to get going. There we go. Well, nope. That would just, you know, that's if I want to lose. All right. I just feel like I want to do something more active. Everything's really passive right now. What if I come here, take. No. All right, I'm gonna just. This is a super weakening move, but I'm playing it because of this pawn and like the fact that my king. All right, yeah, whatever, dude. You know, whatever. Whatevs. I'm just going to put my king in line with your bishop. There. What do you think about that? I got my queen and my bishop backing up my knight. Maybe my king can hop over here. He doesn't have, you know what? Then he'll throw his bishop over here or something. I don't know. I don't even care at this point. Let's just win some chess. I got to do this. I need to get obviously out of this pin. All right. Yeah. Maybe rook there. Okay, let's get out of the pin. Rook down here, and then I don't know. Nope, I got to move the knight then. Okay, so he's coming in. So let's just move quick now. That's a good idea. This is also something I could think of. Kind of blocks the scope of my bishop and my queen, but it's something at least. Okay, so he's doing that. We got to move quick. We got to move quick here. Where's his bishop going to go? Can't go here. Gets trapped, right? So he's doing that. So now we just push. We're moving. Okay, so we're moving, all right. Throw a punch at the queen. If he ever pushes, I hop over here. Get my queen active. Maybe not yet. Let's get this push in first. Okay. I want to get my queen over here, all right. So now I got to reroute, all right. He's going to try to break everything open here, which is what I would do too, you know. Let's do this. Oh, he's got this bishop move right now. Ugh, that's ugly. Maybe, I guess we're trading bishops. I'm low on time. I don't want to fuck around too much. This pawn will be pinned to the king. All right, so he's going in for this immediately. I don't want to open this up. We're taking. Now this will hit with check, so he's got to retake. Oh, he's not doing that, so we'll take with check first. And then we'll come over here and snag the pawn, or is the bishop's pin going to be a problem? Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Maybe not. He's going to win. He's going to win. He's winning this pawn. He might pin. Let's see how it goes. Queen trade possibility. All right, so now we have that. Okay. Let's get my knight to a very dynamic square. He's got this kind of idea. I'm at least fighting. That's the main thing. I'm fighting. So that's good. Okay, so that's a really good idea, I think, on his part. Kind of consolidating his position. All right, let's retreat over here. Queen's hitting the rook, but the queen's defending. He's looking to push out over here. I need to get my rook active, which is super important. All right, so he's doing that. He's looking to break through there. I got my knight defending it, though. So now that's important because now I can take with the knight. Super important. I'm up material somehow. Now what's he going to do? Chess is crazy. This game's super intense. All right, fine, man. Here we go. Here we go. Cleanup time, man. Clean up. Clean up. No, you're not going to be beating me with this amount of time, man. Victor, so are you watching this shit? Are you watching this, man? Yeah, he left. He left, dude. Are you watching this, man? Oh, man. Yeah, he just like you said, a good number of chess players on Lichess time out when they leave, man. You know, dude, that was sloppy chess, but I got it done, right? I got it done, man. He blundered his bishop. Yeah, Pac-Man mode. Total coward, man. You know, what's up with these guys? These guys are cowards. You know, they just let their clock run out. JT, was that 5 in a row or 6 in a row? I think that was 5 in a row, right? Where are we at here? 5 in a row. I don't know. Danny John, are you still around? Like, what's going on here? Makawaka's here. Big shout. Oh, my camera. Let's fix this. All right. Big shout out to Makawaka. He's a streamer here on Twitch. He does walking streams. He walks around the neighborhood. He checks things out. He's a good dude. Good to see you, Makawaka. How you doing today, brother? How's everything going with you, man? How's life? I want to talk with Victor Sor a little bit too. Like, Victor Sor, man, I haven't seen you around. Like, what's been going on? You still working? You were working at the what? At the ski lift? You were working on the slopes, doing some snowboarding and skiing. JT5. Okay, so that's 5 in a row. That's 5 in a row. Now, like I said, I won 23 in a row the other day. Well, let's see what I do today. Yeah, when you blunder your bishop, it's kind of hard, right? It's kind of hard. Let's go for 24. Whoa, that would be intense. That would be intense to go for 24. All right. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, Victor, so you say new stuff these days. Oh, you're in a data science boot camp to get a data analytics real job. The psych jobs aren't exactly reliable, dude. Data analytics is if you want to make a lot of money, man, there you go, dude. Data analytics, dude. That's where that's definitely a field that they need people, and you're gonna make some cash, man. And you're smart. You could do it, dude. You could totally do that shit, no problem, man. That's awesome. You're in the data science boot camp. No wonder you've been busy, man. You've been busy learning a ton of stuff. Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. I'm happy for you. All right. I'm gonna hop back into another game with 5 in a row. Let's see how this. Wait, what do we have here? Oh, hey, Nogar. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid. Big shout out to Nogar. Let's give him the good shout out. We got everyone coming in from Nogar now. Ivan Neal, how you doing, friend? How you doing, man? How's everything going with you? We're gonna give you the smooth shout out, Nogar. But yeah, Nogar's an awesome streamer here on Twitch. Nogar streams philosophy. He's the only dude who comes in. He's got the balls to come into Twitch and say, hey, all you gamers, check this out. I'm a gamer too, but at the same time, I'm into analytic philosophy, and I'm going to come out here and read analytic philosophy journal articles to the masses. So let's raise the consciousness. Let's elevate everyone here and go dive deep into some philosophy, which is something that I have a strong concern about too. I'm very into philosophy as well. I have a master's in philosophy. I particularly enjoy philosophy of science, philosophy of mind, and metaphysics. And that was super nice of you, man. Super nice of you to come on in. We got Man on Fire here now too. Like, we got the whole crew here. Tindereos, Ivan Neal. Ivan Neal is a streamer here. Check him out. JT, could you give him a shout out? Yeah, so we need some shout outs for all these wonderful, beautiful people. We're playing some chess right now. We're going to do some meditation later. I've won 5 in a row. I'm not going to try to beat my score of 23 in a row the other day, but I have won 5 in a row. And man on fire, you say, damn, you're out of edibles, man. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes in life you're out of edibles, and sometimes you're not, you know? So keep that in mind. Okay, all right. How was your stream, by the way? How'd it go, Noger? What's I know. See, Noger always like gives me shit about the fact that he doesn't know anything about pizza, and then he's giving me shit about it, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. You know, I allow that kind of stuff. You know, it's all right. See, those of you who don't know, I'm from Chicago, so I actually know something about pizza. He's from New York City, and he thinks he knows something about pizza. That's the difference between Chicago people and New York City people. It's an epistemological issue, actually. You know, about what we can know and what we can't know. New York City people don't have the concept forming capacity to even comprehend what a pizza is. While Chicago people do have that concept forming capacity, right? They're as Colin McGinn would say, they're cognitively closed off to the fact of what a pizza is. They don't have that concept forming capacity because they can't think in that three-dimensional space that is necessary to actually know what a pizza is. All right. Anyways, Colin McGinn, by the way, is a big philosophy of mind guy. Yeah, let's see. Where are we at here? I think we're good. I think we're rocking. We got Victor Sword, Tinderos, everyone. We got the whole crew in here. All right, we're ready for Dennett. Ivan. I didn't know you were a Daniel Dennett guy. Dude, Dennett's one of my boys. Dennett's one of my boys, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Dan Dennett, dude. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, I didn't know you were into Daniel Dennett. In fact, he wrote the intro to one of my favorite books of all time. I believe he wrote the intro. Let me see. Yeah. How many of you have read this book? How many of you out there have read this book? This is a great book. How many of you are into Hofstadter? I don't know how many of you are into Hofstadter, but this is a great book. I also got Gödel Escher Bach, The Eternal Golden Braid over there. I got I Am a Strange Loop. I'm a big Hofstadter guy. He's a cool dude. He's out of Indiana University. He's a computer science guy, but he's like also, you know, a badass philosopher. And you know, he talks a lot about self-reference. He's actually one of the dudes that got me into this. And by the way, Daniel Dennett fucked up. He fucked up with in his intro, right? In his intro, I believe it was in this book. He was talking about Darwin and Mendel. And he said something along the lines of, oh, you know, it would have been amazing if Mendel had gotten Darwin. Let me see if I can get this correctly. Yeah, if Mendel had gotten Darwin his manuscript, right? Because that would have helped Darwin with his theory, right? But here is a cool fact: Mendel actually sent Charles Darwin his manuscript. Now, but Darwin never fucking opened the goddamn thing, and no one knew about it. So it was sitting there in his study on his desk, you know, like under like a stack of papers for like 60 years. And then some like, you know, historians come through and they're like looking through his office and they're like, oh, what are all these papers? And they're like, holy shit, it's goddamn Mendel's manuscript. Like, why did he never open it? But apparently he just never had the time or something. It was pretty cool. So I contacted Hofstadter and I'm like, dude, Hofstadter, man, this is serious shit. Like, you know, like what's going on? Because Dennett didn't return my communication, but Hofstadter and I were talking back and forth. So I told Hofstadter about this. He's like, well, I got to tell Dennett about this. And then that was the last I heard of it, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Noger, you say it's totally crazy, man. It's totally crazy, right? And that was the one piece to Darwin's theory that he couldn't explain. Like all the objections and all the critics were coming in and they're like, dude, you know, Darwin, your theory is sound, man. This is a cogent argument that you're presenting here. But like, what the fuck? You know, how do you explain the genetic component, or how do you explain the fact, you know, what are these recessive alleles shit? You know, it's not working out, man. It's not working out. And Mendel's theory would have actually fucking shored up it would have made Darwin's position much more tenable, like at the time, right? It would have bolstered his position. But yeah, he just never opened the manuscript. It was totally badass. So yeah. I wonder if Hofstadter actually ended up contacting Dennett and be like, hey, dude, by the way, you fucked up in your intro to my book, The Mind's Eye, and actually didn't include that, you know. But who knows, right? The world is crazy, right? Anyways, welcome Raiders. I am Agni James, and I am like I said, I'm a philosopher. I have a master's in analytic philosophy, and I specify analytic because that's just how I was trained, right? And then I also am a chess instructor IRL. So, we do chess streams. I'm training right now for the Chicago Open. It's one of the biggest chess tournaments in the Midwest every year. And I haven't played competitively in it since 2014, before I went to grad school for philosophy. So this is going to be a big year. I got to train up. I got to be ready for my game. And then I'm also, what else am I? Oh, yeah, I'm a guided meditation instructor. The main focus of this channel will always be guided meditation. So I do that as well. And yeah, we do a lot of cool stuff in here. We do readings from Grimm's Fairy Tales, the Tao Te Ching, chakra balancing, all sorts of shit, all sorts of good stuff. All right, where else are we at here? Man of Fire, you say such a great book. Oh, cool. I didn't know you read it, man. I did not know you read it. Yeah, Ivan, the hard problem, the easy problem of hard problem, easy problem of consciousness, all that stuff, dude. The mind-body problem, right? The mind-body problem. How is it, that something such as consciousness that is immaterial could arise from something material, such as the brain, right? There's like that whole deal, right? We have to guess basically at this point. All right, where else are we at here? Let's see. Victor, sir, you say you found a logical fallacy in Dennett's Freedom Evolves. Not to trash him, you haven't read much of his stuff, so you're sure he has other good stuff too. Interesting. All right, dude, we're gonna have to talk about that at some point. I'd love to check that out. Ivan, you said you haven't read Hofstadter, but you are keen to get into his work. Yeah, he deals with self-reference. Self-reference is really cool, man. I've had a very strong interest in self-reference for quite some time. And philosophers, they don't really have a good grasp on it. Some of them do. Some of them think they do. It's kind of like quantum mechanics. Like, if you really ask someone who knows who's like a PhD physicist who studies all their time about like quantum mechanics, they'll typically tell you they really don't know what the fuck's going on. All right. I mean, we have a bunch of guys down the street from me at Argonne National Laboratory. We got Fermilab not too far from me. And if you ask these dudes, it's like, so there's some weird issues with quantum mechanics. Like, could you explain this? And we don't know what the fuck's going on. We don't really understand this at all. Basically, like, it's one of those things where the more you learn about it, the more you realize how you don't know what the hell's going on. That's kind of how self-reference is to a certain extent. Some logicians will say they know it, but then the ones that really study it and really get into it are like, I don't know what the fuck self-reference is. It just seems like an incoherent concept, like certain aspects of it. Obviously the main aspect of it is pretty straightforward, but the more you delve into it, the more it gets weird. Okay. Anyways, where are we at here? No, you'll be back in a bit. Awesome. Cool. All right. Let's see. Okay, Victor Story, you say, I'm good to hear someone use the word cogent correctly. Yeah, I guess it makes sense because you're a philosopher. Dude, a cogent argument, that those of you who don't know, it's basically like a fucking compelling, strong argument, right? You wanna fucking make sure you have a strong, compelling argument, right? Ivan, you say, you're with Dennett and Consciousness Explained. Hold on, I think I have this book. I think I own this book too. Let me see. I got the Blackburn. Hold on. No, I don't have Consciousness Explained, but I've read it. I think that was one of the ones I got from the library when I was studying up for my my comprehensive examination. It's a good book. For that to be a hard problem, you have to first subtract what physics can do and find something left over. People just aren't doing that. Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. But basically, there's a lot of shit that people aren't doing in this field, man. I mean, a lot of people are now saying that, hey, philosophers, you really can't don't even have anything to do with this. We should just let the neuroscientists figure it out. But the Churchlands and all that. But then the Churchlands have lost a lot of momentum, and a lot of it has to do with, for their theory. I don't know if you know Patricia. Patricia, and I can't even Pat. What the fuck is the guy's name? I can't remember. The Churchlands. Anyways, the Churchlands. They're neuroscientists. They have a lot to say about philosophy, and they write a lot about it. But anyways, they were a really strong force for a while, but they've lost a lot of steam because in order for their their theory to gain traction, for it to work, you need to have it such that folk psychology shouldn't be working, right? And folk psychology just being like, just normal psychology that like not pop psychology, but like the psychology that psychologists use. Basically, it should be like losing traction, right? It should not be gaining steam. But the problem is folk psychology is actually like explaining more and more, and it has more utility and has all these other good things about it. So the Churchlands have kind of been backing away from their position over the last few I don't know, like 10 years from what I understand. Now, I'm not in the scene anymore, right? I'm a little bit out of the scene because I'm not in grad school anymore, and I'm not staying up to date with all that shit because I have like big things like the chess tournament, Chicago Open to study for. But like at the same time, that was the last I heard of it. Okay, Patricia and Pat, right? Was that it? Patricia and Pat? Okay, anyways, time for more chess. I've won 5 in a row. It's time to see if I can win more. Let's go back and let's do some chess. New opponent. So these are random opponents on Elite Chess, and I'm playing the Sicilian. This is the Boulder attack. Hyper Accelerated Dragon is marked by. Okay, so he's going in for Scholar's Mate. It's a 4-move checkmate, right? Notice the bishop and the queen converging here. If I'm not careful, he's going to bring the queen down and beat me in 1 move, right? So obviously I'm not going to fall for that. So I think there's a couple lines. If there's this. No, this doesn't work. What's the best line? I mean, this just stops all the nonsense right away. I kind of like this line. Right now he's going to like think he's smooth and bring his but I'm going to be here just in the nick of time, right? He's going to hop his knight here. I'm going to hop my knight here. I'm going to be on the queen and the bishop. He's going to be like, oh, you're attacking my queen, right? Oh, he didn't do it that variation. All right, so we'll just go on for this. We go on for this. I'm on the queen and I'm the queen and the bishop. I'm going to get rid of one of those pieces. And I don't know. We'll see what he's doing. Basically, he's going in for cheap tricks. You have a lot of guys in chess that they go in for these cheap tricks. They're and then they don't know what to do. Like once you like stop their cheap tricks, right? So it's like bam, and now he's got to take, and now I'll be able to fianchetto him. Okay, so now he's going for more cheap tricks, right? He's like, oh, maybe he'll think he's happy that he can do that with the knight. No, this is all cheap tricks here. Bam, there you go. That just stops everything. He takes, I take, and then he'll probably just take. He can't even do it. So he'll take, I'll take, and then he'll take, and I'll totally have a winning position because I'm ahead in development, and I'm up. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a complete winning position. His knight's gonna be awkwardly placed. I can give it a kick at any time. Okay. So he's going for this. This is even worse probably for him. Well, no, because if I take, then he develops his dark square bishop. So I want to leave this tension here and get my bishop fianchettoed. Just like this, I believe. He's got this weird idea of coming down. No, I don't think that works because then I didn't. Hold on. Bishop comes on over. Does this do anything? This doesn't do much. I mean, he's on the pawn. No, he's on the pawn because the bishop will. I don't think that does much. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead with my plan. I'm not gonna mess around. Oh, he's got this idea, which is kind of weird. I mean, he could go pawn hunting. Sometimes these guys like to go pawn hunting. But by the way, I got his bishop. Now you might think, wait a minute, a bishop and a knight are worth the same amount of points. They're the same thing. That's an even trade. It's not an even trade because this position is one that's going to open up. And in open games, bishops are more valuable than knights. Also, I have what's called the bishop pair. Notice I have both of my bishops. The bishop pair is very strong. And it's stronger than typically a knight and a bishop. So you got to keep that in mind. So a lot of times you do want to trade your knights for bishops, but not in a closed game. A closed game is when all the pawns are kind of like locked up. Like, if all the pawns are like locked up. All right, so we have all this kind of nonsense. I'm ready to give him a kick. I want to get this knight developed as well. So the question is, let's just get this knight developed. Then I'm ready to castle. And everything is solid. I mean, I guess, everything's solid here. I just don't know what this move or this move really accomplishes. I mean, I could always even play like this. All right. So what the fuck does that move do? When your opponent makes a move that you okay, I see. So now he has the freedom to move out his dark square bishop without me sniping his pawn. Blah blah blah. Not very impressive, dude. All right. Anyways, I probably should just play solid and castle. Or I could do some crazy stuff. Push, knight back, push. I could start throwing a lot of punches. Should I start just punching this guy, or what should I do here? It's All right, so this guy's been he's been trying to punch me a lot. No, I don't want to get. I want to play solid. Here's the thing, I'm going to be playing in the Chicago Open. I gotta start playing solid. I can't just go in for moves that are not ideal. I got to go in for the best moves. And that's the problem. Sometimes in chess, you're like, oh, well, this will probably work, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Victor Star, you say I had queen takes queen, bishop takes queen. Oh, bishop takes b2. Bishop takes b2. Yeah, right. Okay, I see. Because the bishop was going to come off of defense of the pawn, so that's why he pushed it. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that like a second after you typed that when I was saying that. Oops, I was saying that, but yeah, you're right, man. You're right. So this does do something. It actually does. It does. But look what it does to the knight, though. Okay, now this knight has to go here. Hey, look at that! Bam. Uh-oh, the knight's blocking the scope of the bishop. Bam, resign time. All right, 6 in a row. There we go. 6 wins in a row. Not bad, right? That's pretty good. Ivan, do you play chess? You don't play chess, man? Let's see. Victor, sorry, you say all good. You still win this. Yeah, I mean, it was a winning position. But yeah, I guess I miss tactics. I totally miss tactics, especially when I stream. Ivan, you should get into chess, man. It's a great game. Victor Sor and I, we play. We get people that come through here that play. Yeah, it's solid. I know we do, man. Dude, streaming does something to it. It's like it does something to our chess ability. I mean, it's weird. Like guys like Hikaru, can come up here and stream and just talk up a storm, and he's fine. Like he's like, oh, I'm just gonna beat like all these super GMs. I'm gonna beat Wesley So, and I'm gonna be Wesley So, and I'm gonna be streaming, right? I'm gonna beat like Bortnik, and I'm gonna beat like all these other amazing Naroditsky. I'm gonna beat all these other amazing players, right? And he even on Title Tuesday, he streams when he plays Magnus, but for me, it's like it's definitely distracting. But 6 in a row is pretty good. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty quick though. So let's do another one. All right, let's do another one. Let's see who we got here. We got another random dude. Okay, playing my normal E4 prep. So I take. So now here's the idea. I get to develop with tempo. Notice I develop a piece and I'm hitting the queen, but there's opening theory. So that seems weird. Usually they come back here or they come over here with the queen. That seems like a weird move. Victor Sor, is this theory? Do you know if that is theory? It doesn't look like theory to me. But I could be wrong. That seems weird. That move seems off. Sometimes in chess you have an intuition that it moves off. I think I'm just gonna continue development. Notice now I'm black and I have 2 minor pieces developed. He's got 0 minor pieces developed, and he can't even get this pawn push in because of this knight move, right? All right, so now he gets a knight developed. I mean, I could even come over here and attack his queen. Like I don't know about that placement of that queen. Now I don't know if that's theory. So he's trying to clamp down on d5, right? He wants to control d5, which, he's white. He should be able to get something out of it. So I got this kind of idea. What about this, actually? He's going to hop his knight around. I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot of ways to play it. Make it a move his queen again. You know what? No. Hold on a second. Let's go with this. Yeah, we're going to go with this. And then if he comes here and attacks my queen, I can play this. Defend everything. All right, so now he's coming over here to attack the queen. All right. This just seems sketchy. Victor Sir, do you get the feeling that this is sketchy? That this whole opening idea that he's doing just seems sketchy? Because look, I'm getting more development in, right? Defending everything, opening my light square bishop. Look how much control I have over g4 right now. I got my knight hitting it, this knight hitting it, I got my bishop hitting it. I have ideas of like hopping over here. Like, I mean, he's going to get his queen trapped if he keeps like dancing around. And here's the thing in chess. Those of you who don't know, I'm a chess instructor in real life, and you wanna like get your pieces developed. You don't want to keep moving the same piece in the opening. Victor, so you say this is the center game, you think. A really old opening. For some reason, it's seeing a resurgence in Lichess. Really? Of course, a lot of gambit play too. More and more people are just going in for cheap tricks, novel openings. Yeah. You say yes, it's dubious. Okay, all right. So this is kind of a dubious opening. All right. So this does not impress me. I just block with the bishop. All right. I'm going to look through analysis after this, but I feel like the queen move was wrong. Like the queen move was off. You know, like that queen usually goes back here over here. I don't know. Okay, so now he just helps me in development. Now my queen is developed. Look at that. My queen is developed. So look, I have 1, 2, 3 pieces developed, and he's got 2, and he's white. So look, another queen move. This is getting ridiculous. How many times has this guy moved the queen? This is insane. This is insane. Like this is not good chess. I never teach my students to move the same piece 4 times in the opening. Or I think he's moved it like 4 times, maybe at least 3. At least 3. Okay. All right. I mean, I got rook over. This bishop needs to get developed. Obviously, this is probably going to be the best square for it. So let's do that. I'm looking to get my bishop developed and then just castle, connect rooks. You know, just play solid. He's moving, and look, this even blocks his bishop. It even blocks his bishop, right? How many times has he moved his queen? What's he doing here? Wait a second. Queen to d4, queen to d3. Hold on, I'm like too intense about this guy moving his queen. I gotta like play the game. All right. All right. So hold on. Okay. So take. Do I want that pawn there? That's kind of annoying because then he's got ideas like this later on, maybe. I mean, not yet, but. Or I could just do this, do normal development. Then if he takes, just take. Yeah, I want to keep it casual. Let's keep it casual right now. You know, if you have the chance to keep it casual in chess, you want to keep it casual. Let's see, Victor. So you say, in your opinion, the biggest weakness of elite chess players is being overly materialistic. You're right. It's definitely a big weakness of beginning players in general. Yeah, you don't want to be super materialistic in chess, but at the same time, if you're playing a pretty dry position and you can get up a pawn, then you do want to be materialistic, right? Keep it dry and just, take that advantage into the endgame. All right, so this is he moved his queen again. Did he? This is just becoming a joke now. This is like becoming a meme. So hold on. Take. I'm gonna win his queen. Check this out. Do you see this, Victor Sword? Bam, right? He recaptures. Oh no, I don't, because he just takes. Oh, I almost had it. That would have been pretty though. Bam, bam, bam. Because then the bishop would have been hitting the queen, but then in this case the queen comes over. That would have been so slick. That would have been a very slick idea. By the way, he's looking. By the way, he's got a lot of pressure here, right? So he's got the knight that can hop in here. So I want to challenge immediately. Bam. There we go. Knight, you're not hopping in here. Now you got to move your queen again. You're gonna move your queen for like the 7th time. Dude, we've made like 11 moves, and this guy's moved his queen like 6 or 7 times, dude. This is intense. Like, why is he moving his queen so much? Let's see. Victor Sell, you say LL almost. I know, it was so close. It would have been so pretty, and I would have got the knight too. So it's not like I would have just been. It would have been pretty on a lot of levels. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. He moved. All right. All right, so this does nothing except move the queen again. I feel like he deserves to get his queen trapped. Like if you move your queen that many times, it just feels like it deserves to get trapped. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. All right, but here's a cool thing. So check this out, everyone. I have completed my development. I have all my pieces developed. except maybe this rook, you could argue. But I'm castled. All my pieces are developed. This guy has 2 minor pieces that are not developed. He is not castled, and he's white. He's white, which means, whoa, bam, there we go, GG. Okay, he just blundered his queen. Let's see. Okay, and now he's doing the coward move, too. He's doing the coward move, yeah. All right. By the way, those who don't know the coward move, they just leave. You know, they just leave. But you can claim victory in a few seconds later. But you know, why not be a man and resign? You know, why not be a man and resign? You know, that's what I do. Okay. Anyways, yeah, he might be a complete beginner. You know, that's a total possibility. He probably is, right? If you're moving your queen that many times. Oh, I want to go back to. I want to check out the analysis real quick to see if that queen move. Because I didn't understand that queen move, that first place he placed it. So let's go all the way back. All right, oops. Okay, where was it? This kind of thing, right? So this is all fine. This is now. It's the fucking main line. Holy shit, dude! I'm the fucking idiot here. Look at this. But why do people typically they typically bring the queen back here or here? This is the main line. Queen to D3 or queen to D2 or queen to D2 or even or queen to E3. I'm used to seeing queen back here or queen on over. Really? So queen D3. Okay, so then I played the best move here. He played the second best. It's weird they like A6 here. All right, so they don't want that knight hopping around too much probably. Wow. All right, maybe I'm the beginner. Dude, this guy's got the advantage on me. I'm sitting here talking trash and he's got the advantage on me. Look at this. This is crazy. All right, well, how about that? Yeah, I was thinking about F4 at some point. All right, there. Yeah, now he's just moving his queen too much. Okay. Oh, and it likes my idea. I like that it likes G6. Okay, so it likes G6, and then it wants take here. Yeah, and then it's just over at this point, right? Take. Okay, and then queen to G4. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. All right. Interesting. And so I learned something here. I learned that this is actually the main line. This move seems so fucking weird to me. Blocks the scope of the bishop, allows my knight to hop here and kill, hit the queen at any given moment. I don't know, but whatever. That's chess. That's life. That's how it goes. Victor Story, you say, yep, it's the main line, but the guy doesn't know how to play it. This is an 1800s opening line. Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to seeing it even in the higher levels. But such is life, you know. I got to remember that. So now there's a new line. That's good. I have to learn this line for the Chicago Open. Yeah, you F4. F4 is how you play it. It makes sense with F4, right? Because once you play F4, you're exerting a lot of pressure. You're exerting a lot of pressure on the king side. There was a great video recently on ChessPro using this opening to make a great tactical attack. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna have to explore it. I'll look around. I don't know, what was that like 7 in a row, maybe 7 in a row. Okay, one more game, because I'm feeling a little addicted. We'll do one more, and then we'll do the guided meditation. So here we go. Let's see if I can go undefeated today. I think that was JT. Was that 7 in a row? Are you keeping track? I think that was 7. All right, 7. Okay, so let's see if I can get 8 in a row. 8 in a row for the memes. All right, ready? Let's do this shit. Create a game. Random. I'm white. All right, let's see how this goes. We gotta make him. Oh! We get an England gambit. Are you familiar? How familiar are you with the England gambit, Victor Soar? You know these lines? You know these lines, man? I mean, I don't know if you're a D4 player though. He's gonna play queen. He's gonna probably do this, and there's this crazy, this sneaky line, right, where it comes down here, and I'll have my bishop here, and I gotta bring it back, and it's gonna get messy. Oh, he's going in for something totally different. All right, so I don't know this variation of the England gambit. This is not what people typically play. He's gonna gain a little. So I could gain a pawn, and just say I'm up a pawn and give you a little bit of development. Or I could just say, hey, if you take, I'll take your queen. And if you would capture the king, you can't castle. If you capture the knight, you're going backwards. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do some development, man. Yeah, it's like if you want the pawn, take the pawn, man. All right, here we go. Your knight's going in reverse. Okay, and you know there sure as hell could be theory behind this, right? There's probably theory. I don't want to throw this check in here because of this idea. So let's see. Let's get this in first. I'm looking at bishop over and then cast. I have a problem, Victor Sor, where like I really like castling to put the guy in check. Ah, well this does still work though because he can't castle now, right? Because the bishop's pinned to the king. But now it doesn't work. But I really like that idea. All right, there's something fun about castling and putting your opponent in check at the same time. It's just a good feeling, I guess. All right, so what's going on in this position? What do we have here? Oh, thank you for the follow. We got TC TV. Much appreciated. Victor, so you say not a problem. You think just efficient once the queens are off. Yeah, I mean the king can get a little bit closer to the center, right? Queens are off. You don't have to worry about as many attacks as many attacks. Welcome in. We're doing chess right now, and then we're going to do a guided meditation after. My name is Agni James. I do primarily guided meditations on Twitch. I'm also a chess instructor IRL. And I'm a philosopher. I have a master's in philosophy, so I do philosophy streams. All right, where is this bishop going to go? I could throw the bishop on c5. Make him think about that for a second. I want to get him developed. Let's get him developed with tempo, right? Let's get this bishop developed with tempo. Am I missing something? I think I can just throw this in here. He's probably not going to want to come here because then I'll fuck up his... Okay, so now he's moving the... Whoa. Dude, that move. He wants to move the bishop. And I guess he's defending the pawn. But what happens if I hop in now? Then we have this idea. But then we have take. No, that doesn't work. Hold on. Let's see how he responds. How's he going to respond to this? Am I missing something here? What am I missing? I got... Yeah, that doesn't... And then I'll have this forking idea. Yeah, this looks great, right? Fork, hitting the pawn, rooks controlling the file. I mean, this looks great. What did I miss here? Is he gonna leave or what? All right, so now he's doing that. So now the question is, Victor, sorry, do I get greedy here and just snag this pawn? I mean, it's a pawn's a pawn, but the cool thing is if I hop in here, I can reroute back here and then have this have like a lot of strength. Oops, hold on. A lot of control over d5. It does open up a path for his rook to my... I mean, is there anything better? I have this check. No. I'm up. You know, I'll make him move his rook. Whatever. Let's come back. Let's do it. Or wait, I even have this idea. I hop in here. That's kind of interesting. I feel like there's a tactic in this position. By the way, I feel like there's some kind of tactical position, something tactical here. But we'll see. I'm doing too much time blabbing away, so we'll see what happens with that. On the rook, obviously, so he's got to do something about the rook. That's kind of what I figured he would do. So now the question is, which knight do I move into here? I mean, I'm up so much material. Just keep it simple. Keep it real simple at this point. Nothing fancy. I don't need to be fancy here. I'm up 2 pawns. All right. Well, so I take... So that's actually a pretty good move, I think, on his part. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's a garbage move. Yeah, there's that, though. There's that. Oh, I see what he's looking at. Maybe take, right? Take, and then come through here. But what if I just do this? Right? Whoa, he was quick with that rook. Dude, he pre-moved that rook move. That's intense. I could snag that pawn. Could give this guy a kick. I can't believe he pre-moved that rook there. That's like, that just blows my fucking mind, to be honest. If I snag the Victor Star, I might get greedy here. We're talking about people being greedy, but I might be getting greedy here. Opening a file. No, I don't want to get greedy. Let's throw this move in. I mean, I'm already up 2 pawns. Like, how greedy should I be? All right, now I'm going to get greedy. Now I am getting greedy a little bit, man. Because this pawn is going to stop everything. If he's just going to give me pawns all game, if he literally is just going to give me pawns all game, I'm just going to take him. All right. So this is the guy's idea. He wants to push this pawn down here. Okay, I just don't think this is a great idea, right? Like, what if I play this, right? And then if he challenges me, I could even play like that. I could close up all this stuff over here. I could hop my knight over here. Go after his knight. Where do I want my dark square bishop? Right here? I don't know. Let's do this. This looks pretty reasonable. I mean, he does have the deep freeze going. Notice he doesn't have a pawn here, but like he's stopping this pawn from ever pushing. All right, so this guy just wants to give me every pawn in the world. I'm going to take it because, yeah, I don't know. I don't see why not at this point. I have the fork idea. I have the bishop. I could get my bishop here. This is where I probably want my bishop. Okay, well now we're just going to do this. Bam. Check. And then we'll take. And then I'll be on the knight. Okay, and that's it. And that's game. And he resigned. So he did a good job, at least not just leaving, not just leaving and letting the clock tick down. Okay, anyways, that is chess. I hope you all enjoyed chess. I hope you all got something out of that. I am a chess instructor and I love teaching it. So we're going to go back to the fitness and health community, because we are going to do a health-related thing. Chess players out there, you should know that it's important to take care of your health. So always remember that. All the top players, well, most of them at least, take care of their health. They work out. Magnus, Hikaru, these guys work out. They want to be in good shape. I'm not saying they're like professional athletes or anything, but like as far as like NBA caliber stars or whatever, but like they at least take care of their health, and that's important. Ivan, you say nice work, informative. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I know this stream is it's not as like disciplined as like Noger streams. With Noger streams, you're reading through the philosophical journal articles, and it's very like on point. And you're kind of going through line by line and using analytic philosophy to go through. I'm kind of all over the place, but that it adds entertainment. And the cool thing about what I do is I can bring people from the chess world and bring people from the meditation world into the philosophy world, and vice versa, right? I can get, have all these people from philosophy check out chess, or people who are into like meditation and health and yoga, check out philosophy. So it's a pretty cool thing. It's a pretty cool deal that we got going on here. So I always come out here intense, and it's like there's a lot of energy. And then we slow things down. And we go within to the place of peace and oneness, the place of pure monism existing in our hearts. So find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged. Or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes. And take a few slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow and deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and exist for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your attention on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon, and return your awareness to your breath count. essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the memory of their own internal light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye sight. Stay true to your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your focus to your breath. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from this location. And the warmth which surrounds this love. Give yourself permission to experience the perfect peace residing here. And the joy which accompanies it. In this place, you exist in a state of perfect monism. Separation and division are not welcome here. Boundaries of any kind are incomprehensible at this place. For here, you recognize your eternal oneness. Fear of any kind cannot enter this location. For that which is eternally filled with love can contain nothing else. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which hinders your evolution. Keep your awareness on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds moving through the sky before disappearing from your mind. Return your focus to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of consciousness. Go all the way to the place where your essence flows the strongest. This is the location of your center point. The gateway to the source of all creation. Notice any sensations you may feel here. Give yourself permission to experience the joy surrounding you. Allow yourself to feel the divine frequency of creation. And recall that in this place is your eternal home. Focus on your center point. And when you're ready, travel through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you recall your divine purpose. To help others awaken from the dream of separation. In this instant, you are one with all creation. With all your brothers and sisters, you are at peace. In this instant, you flow eternally from the source of all creation. Being love, you were created eternally in the image of love. Focus on your love. And remember who you are. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you each feel more peaceful and relaxed, more centered and grounded, and more loving and kind than you did prior to the meditation. And most importantly, I hope you're able to take the peace and love from this meditation with you out into the external world and share it with all of those whom you encounter. Namaste. All right. How was that for everyone? That was a 32-minute meditation, which is great. It's right on track. That felt pretty powerful to me. JT, excellent. You enjoyed it. Wonderful. It's always good to be here with you, JT. And everyone else, whether you participated or not, if you got anything out of this meditation, then it was worth it. So thank you so much. All right. JT, you say the sage is enveloping you. Ooh. I like it. Yeah, I definitely feel more relaxed and chilled out. It's beautiful. But you're a poet, so you're supposed to say beautiful things. And a damn fine poet, let me tell you. Let's see who's out there in the Twitch world right now. Let's see what strange beings are lurking out there in the Twitch world. Ah, one of my good friends. One of my good friends is out there right now. I like being loyal and rewarding my friends, for they have rewarded me. I like being there for them. And she's awesome. So JT, we are going to get the raid call ready. It's not a raid sign. It's a raid call. Got to get terminology correct. Especially because I'm an analytic philosopher. JT, you keep me in line, let me tell you. You really do. I appreciate you. Appreciate you more than you know. So, anyways, if you're a subscriber, then yeah. If you're a subscriber, then copy and paste this. If not, send peace and love towards Anne Fernal. She is a wonderful human being. She's a beautiful human being. She's from Ecuador, and she has a master's in sociology. She with a specialty in urban studies, and is just a hell of a person. So we're going to give her a big raid. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I appreciate each one of you. Danny John, thank you so much for that subscription. 22 months. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. And let's give her a raid. All right. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Be kind to the people around you. It's this place, this world, these corporeal bodies are tough to inhabit, so let's spread some love.